Yeah. This Phips them up, but don't water it down. We hit her, mix it up, but don't water it down. You better get up and don't water it down. When you see it, pick it up and don't water it down. You got that?
You're gonna love this topic.
I know. I'm excited.
I love that this actually matches y'all. Okay.
All right.
You take one.
Right.
I call this led astray.
That's okay.
Led astray.
Led astray.
Run amok.
Yes, this is
Damn boo.
it's pomegranate and one of my favorite sodas, strawberry vanilla soda, and it's like a prebiotic soda. So,
All right.
yeah. Cheers.
That's
Cheers.
nice.
Whenever I hear a pomegranate,
clink,
I
clink,
think of Persephone.
You know, that's my alter ego.
Period.
Ooh, I love that soda. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Led
So
astray.
anytime you think of Persephone, you think of me.
Okay, period. Word on the street was that the fruit that old girl ate in the Bible wasn't an apple. I think that it was a pomegranate.
That's right.
I learned that in 6th grade.
Persephone lives in two different worlds. She lives in the underworld, and then she lives a mother of spring.
And the reason why we have wintertime is because when she's in the underworld,
That's
her
right.
mama is like, oh my God, where is my daughter?
Where is her daughter? She's working with her
And
man.
She
Okay?
she got trapped because it was like, hey, you wouldn't ate them 9 seeds. Was it 9?
I think it was 9. Yes, 9.
Yep,
But she
because
ate-
then we have nine seasons of
Look at you.
where it's not
I
fun.
love talking to Ryan.
9
know, I
seasons
think
of
it
it?
is.
I'm doing a terrible job of telling the story.
No, you're doing
you're
a
not.
great
You're doing an excellent
job.
job.
That's like the speedy version, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so when I was at a conference and we had to all come up with alter egos, I was like, I never thought about that. And then someone gave me Persephone as an alter ego.
Love that.
Okay. So since we're drinking lead astray, and we already got lead in our bodies, let's talk about lead.
I don't have lead in my body.
You from Orleans Parish, you do. Have you had your blood levels tested?
I don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Just blocking it.
Just block it out. Just block it out.
Literally.
All right. After doing the research that I've done on lead, I want to argue that New Orleans is really far worse than Flint. Like, you know how Flint got all the news and people still talk about Flint? Now, obviously, we don't want that as a part of our marketing, like steamboats and lead.
We can't take it.
No. Can't take another damn thing. We
But-
don't need it.
I've had
But
enough.
it is, I've had enough. But it is something we need to talk about. Like, we don't talk about it enough. And I want to talk about that today. Can
Yeah,
talk
we
about
don't.
it?
Because you can't even just plant stuff in your garden.
Hey, let's talk about it.
All right.
Okay. You can't.
Yeah, you got to test it.
You have to test it because and it's mad lead in that.
So we're all gonna
You're
die.
stressing me
Oh,
out.
I'm so sorry. Okay, you were right on, as always. You're always right on time, Courtney. So there's this academic piece. I'm a nerd out. I nerded out on all of these topics. It's called Spatial Distribution of Lead Concentrations in Urban Surface Soils in New Orleans. Now, let me add by saying I only read like sections in the abstract because I have a beef. Internet, hear me out. Why aren't academic articles free?
Oh, don't get me
Why aren't they free?
started.
People want to be smart and they wonder why people use ChatGPT and they can't get to articles that have knowledge and information. Anyway,
wanna know
Because
why
then
it's not
they'll
free?
understand what's really going on in
wanna
the
know
world.
why it's not
Because we're
free?
gonna put that cap on.
Put my koofy back on them red.
All I,
They
all I'm
don't want
thinking
you to
of-
know.
They don't want
Exactly.
you
My
to
brothers and sisters.
All I can think of is the amount of ignorance I could access right now, though.
Oh, of
For
course.
That's what I'm
absolutely,
saying.
with no barrier whatsoever.
I did all back search, front search for this article. All I
Oh.
could get was like summaries. And then they were like, you get paid $50 a year.
A paywall.
A paywall.
Hey, whoa.
Anyway.
Which sometimes I understand. People are like, hey, I put in this work, so I would like for you to pay for the work that I did.
But you
like,
are getting
put
paid. You're a
put some Google
professor.
ads on it and then like they do on
But
YouTube.
aren't they technically they're professors? They're academics. They're getting paid by their institutions.
Yeah,
I have PhD friends. They know how I feel about this.
I love a scientific journal article.
Oh, look,
Listen.
my political science degree. Anyway, we're nerding out. We're gonna stop.
That's totally fine. Let's get into it.
We're
Shit.
gonna
man.
stop. Okay, so what you were saying, Courtney, because of the Katrina waters, basically this is a study. So this isn't just me saying hypothetically. Literally, because of the Katrina waters, heavy metals like lead and other heavy metals were highly distributed across the city of New Orleans due to our heavy amount of historic homes and heavy amounts of water lines, lead lines. And so when the city dried, the heavy metals seeped into the soil and
They sink.
It wasn't like that before that, though?
No.
Really?
Well, New Orleans floods all the time, so it probably was like that, but it got worse,
Worse during
because of
Katrina.
Katrina. because it floods like every other year here.
I mean, between all the lead paint and asbestos around this mug.
So, and basically they found that lead has been shown to persist in the soil for centuries.
Yeah.
So you probably, you know, Betsy, Camille, named
It been
hurricane
here, man.
event.
It ain't just got ill.
But they were saying Katrina was like a big, because it was the whole stretch of the city, because there's some parts of the city that never flooded.
It
spread everything out.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying. Once deposited in the soil, the chemical properties of lead basically stayed, basically. Yeah. That's why we can't use the soil for growing vegetables or
without getting tested.
You can't, you know, don't have your kid eat that soil.
Can't eat
and then speaking of soil, so that's argument number one. I'm just putting this Flint one. No, I'm saying Flint because I have friends in Flint, so they know I love them. But number one. And number two is that Hallie Parker, who's a friend of the Water Collaborative, she did her own study recently. This just came out like a month ago. Did you hear about this? You're a teacher. You should know about this. They tested New Orleans playgrounds, and they had some of the highest lead contamination levels in the United States.
We all need to know that so we can share with everybody. That's crazy.
The average lead abundance in the soil, in the U.S. soil, this is average, is 26 parts per million. You want to guess how much it was in a New Orleans park?
What's 11?
26 parts per million is the average.
National average.
Yeah, we at least 11.
I would say like 200 something, 300
Can
something.
I just advocate for a pop-up explaining 5011? Because we just need to,
5011.
That could be anything.
It could be whatever. It's just buku. It's 121. 5 times the national average.
What I said. 5011. 5011.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And our friend Larry Barabino, I call him Bowtie. Larry Barabino, you know him?
Yeah, from
the Nord man. He was like, yeah, we don't ever test our parks for lead. I don't know. We never thought about that.
I probably wouldn't have thought about testing it for lead either because, like, it's.
Why not?
That's what I'm saying.
When you can't even grow a vegetable in your backyard.
No, well, because I guess it's like when they say parks, I'm thinking when I hear playground, I don't actually think of green space for real. I think of the like play structures.
You think of like the slides.
Yeah,
what
I think of like
what
slides.
Are they in though?
But they be on that like
kids fall on the ground.
Asphalt stuff that like bouncy. You know what I'm talking about?
You just think of like asphalt. Like
not really asphalt, but
you
it's
think the bouncy, like the rubber stuff.
Yeah.
But there's more to playgrounds than
but
the
you got
play
trees.
I know that's why I said
fields. There's the whole nine.
I know now.
And let move.
Like, well, damn,
How you
I'm
say?
here.
Right, I was like,
How you say fuck them kids without saying fuck them kids?
I didn't say it.
You
I
were
just
the
said,
teacher here. Sir.
What I said was I thought that when I hear playground, that's what I think of. So I'm shocked, and then I was like, oh yeah,
that's fair. No, you should.
Playgrounds are
I don't
actually
know,
the grass where the children play in, like the soccer field, and the basketball, and the football, and the track.
And also lead is weird because it's not like carbon. It's just in the air. Like you can move lead. Like it's a heavy metal. Right. So every time you kick and your child moves the ground and the wind and lead is it's out there. Mm-hmm. And don't forget about the water lines too, because there's lead in our water.
Mm-hmm. He literally said we don't test for that.
Yeah, and he said, this is quote our friend Larry Barabino.
From an article?
Yeah, from an article. I took the quote. He said, the last significant effort to test parks was in 2011. So there was tested, but that data wasn't made public.
Of course it wasn't.
At least I don't think it's public.
Damn, Larry.
Don't quote me on it, but I haven't seen that data. It might be around.
You gotta pay to get it.
Well, just
it's a paywall.
that just
get the money.
That shows the Goya that we just are absent-minded of the space that we exist in.
Yeah, we just think that we just out here, and I think there's too much, especially with northern playgrounds. I think as me as a child growing up here was always about the sports, right? The basketball court. They always was like, we need a basketball net for the basketball court, but nobody's thinking about the ground that you're standing on at the basketball court.
I think is that we also trust people like what's his name, Larry Barabino, and we trust them, and we trust Nordsea. I
don't know who's we.
We
in general.
We trust. I think the general populace.
I work for Nord. I don't.
The general populace trusts that they are doing the things right. So I never think to.
No.
I do think that
you
people.
would hope that they're doing
you would
things
hope
right.
that
I think people don't ask questions about is
We're
there
not thinking
lead
about that,
in
bro.
our soil, because I assume that NORD is doing their job. Things are different, for example, with like sewage and water board, because all this stuff,
That
everybody
is really,
is like,
as a sewage and water board, that's not fair.
no, but no. What I'm
So
saying
sewage
is
and water
that,
board's doing more work than
but what
NORD.
I'm saying is that because they have done so, because things have gone wrong that we see,
You see them more
and
wrong.
that like that
Right.
impact, everyone's kind of always looking at them with like a magnifying glass. But with NORD, it's like we just want y'all to cut the grass, and so we
And that's
like,
also not their job, you know.
which we did.
To cut the grass.
It's Parks and Parkways'
It's
job.
like surface
And to me,
concern
NORD
when
and
it
Parks
comes
and
to
Surface
Parkways
that,
are
concern,
the same.
yeah.
The way that my brain works, because I'm someone who's not deep in urban planning and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
civic
yeah. I
works,
feel you.
my brain is like, oh, of course there's no lead here, because why would NORD intentionally do that? Like that, I'm not thinking that.
It's all because again, it's all about, when you think about NORD, you think of recreation.
Yeah.
It's the fun part, not that what is the ground made out of.
Nobody think about the environment. That's all.
That's ultimately what it is.
That's what ultimately
Yeah.
it is. And unless it's in your face and it smells bad or it tastes bad.
And then I'm
But
like,
if you actually
Chalmette
can't see it.
Refinery, what y'all doing over there?
Don't even get me started on Chalmette.
But that's to the point. Like Flint, it was all front facing and bad.
It was
and
all
brown water and all
And
that
well, the
stuff.
thing is about Flint is that Flint was a process where they had a system. They had a really terrible politician who was like, how can I save money and screw over the black folks?
environmental
And
racism.
And environmental racism. He changed the water source, which if you have lead lines, this is for everybody to know. If you have lead lines, which you probably do in New Orleans, but also in the United States of America, if you change a water source, it changes the pH. When you change the pH of a water source, it can actually release lead from the pipe. So it's like it agitates. It's the best way I can describe it is it agitates the lead.
Yeah.
So they basically went in and changed the water source of the lead and overnight. And then basically their lead contamination shot up. But it also changed the taste, the smell. You could see it. But in New Orleans, you can't see it.
And if it doesn't,
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about it.
I'm not thinking about it.
Well,
So what's the number one way we get lead contamination in America, but also here in New Orleans?
through water, no? Or agriculture.
So
Can
I'm
we
gonna
get
give y'all
options?
options.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
like,
like,
can I
ooh.
have options? Water, you mentioned gasoline. I didn't know there was a thing called lead-based gasoline or lead.
Like unleaded.
I didn't.
Ooh.
My brain.
Hello. How you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
That's how I felt. Y'all talking shit.
I don't know. You ain't talking.
All that means is that's the gas I'm supposed to get. That's all that means. It's called unleaded.
I for some reason that never dawned on me why they call it unleaded, but yeah, that was I'm still a girl. I don't know. It's like
I'm just a baby.
I'm just a girl. It's a car. I don't know. I don't ask questions.
No, but same.
If my husband ain't, I'm like, when he's talking about the thing, I'm like, you gonna fix it or what? I don't know.
So what's the leaded gas?
Okay, so gasoline, pencils, or paint. Water, gasoline, pencils, or paint. What's the number one source of lead contamination in America?
Paint.
Paint.
I'm gonna say paint.
Oh, y'all so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, paint. And okay, so let's back up. Paint, and then look at New Orleans. Everything in here is built in 1855.
Yep.
So you can imagine how much lead we have
Yep.
all around us.
That's what I always knew about lead growing up. It was always associated with paint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Test us for
Dang,
lead
that's
paint.
crazy.
Test us for lead
Yeah.
paint.
Yes,
Wow.
and then it's even though it's
Do I?
mandated that you should, we know the city doesn't.
Do nothing.
I didn't say it, you said it. Yeah, and lead-based paint wasn't banned until 1978. So my mother was born in
Right.
the 60s, so that just gives you a sense. So
Yeah.
yeah, most New Orleans homes were built long before the 1970s. So there you go.
Both of it.
And do you know what happens if you have lead poisoning?
I was just about to ask, what are the...
Okay, so this is important to know. You want to talk
No,
about
no,
it?
you can go.
You a teacher, you should know.
I don't know the fine details. I do know that chemically and in the body, biochemically, that lead is very similar to, I can't remember what the other metal is. That maybe it's iron
I don't know.
that we do need, and then it gets in the way of the body being able to ship things the way it's supposed to ship them.
Right.
Things don't communicate, messages don't get sent, which is why it leads to like
Yes, correct.
anemia, and then it can lead to like developmental delays
Yeah.
or like challenges because the signals are not signals.
Yeah.
So, it's a slow drip. Like
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what makes lead so scary is that, well, one is a neurotoxin. So to your point, it prevents the brain from doing its job.
Communicate.
It's slowing down the communication. The second thing is that it builds up in the body. So there's all of these rumors online, TikTok, that like if you eat this, you can get rid of lead. You cannot get rid of lead.
No.
It stays in the body forever.
Ever.
What's a forever?
Yeah, and so and the thing about it is it's a slow killer. So what I mean by that is like you can have a little bit of lead, and if and you don't know your source because you can't taste it, you can't smell it. So let's just say you drinking the same faucet water that you did since you was 1 year old, and every time you drink it, that's a little bit of lead every single day. By the time you turn 10, 15 years old,
No wonder why nigga bouncing off the walls.
let's talk about it. I was like, man, that explains John Mack a lot. I'm just saying, because when I had friends there, a lot of them had challenges.
Yeah.
A lot of them, and I think we have to talk about that too, especially the projects in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Because people who live in the projects in New Orleans, they at least old New Orleans, people stayed there. They didn't leave,
Gordon
and
Plaza
they
was
never
another one,
changed in Gordon Plaza. Yeah, they never changed the lead lines. So you imagine how many Black and brown folks were exposed to lead for generations. Who were, but then when you, and I don't want, this is like a slippery slope into stereotypes, but like I always as a child was like, man, there are a lot of people who are really agitated in the hood, right? And we always associated that with crime or like maybe they have trauma, but it also could be straight up just lead poisoning.
Lead poisoning, yeah.
Yeah.
It can for sure
Prince
lead
talked
to like,
about that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Prince talked about that and chemtrails. Yeah.
Yeah. So in
I'm
children,
not
just
about
so
to
you
get
know,
into
not the chemtrails.
I'm not getting into that.
We weren't prepared for that, Courtney. You just took us on a ship.
We go back.
Okay,
Turn the
okay.
car around. Pop a bitch. Pop a bitch.
With that leaded gas.
We are. So y'all is so crazy. Okay, learning in children, which is actually children are most at risk because their brains are developing.
Right.
So if children you as an adult, you're still at risk, but kids really are going to have the most challenges. So learning difficulties, declining in school performance, for example, trouble paying attention, hyperactivity, irritability, behavioral changes, delayed speech and delayed development, fatigue or low energy, stomach pain, and poor appetite are the most common. And the thing is that when I did research, they said a lot of times people associate that with ADHD and they just think your kid got ADHD, but really they might have lead poisoning.
Yeah.
And then you think about, man, how many Black boys and children were diagnosed with ADHD?
Well, that's big pharma, so that makes more sense than we fucked up the pipes and all that stuff. So of course it's gonna be ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a little column A, column B.
It could, and they said it could be both.
That
It could be both.
That the lead is, and this is like correlation doesn't equal causation.
That's
but
correct.
It could be
Sound
that,
like the perfect
I'm glad you said
cocktail
it.
for what we got.
correct, but,
Yeah.
but it could be that the high amounts of lead
Can make
be contributing to the
to the
higher
Absolutely.
diagnoses of ADHD. I will say that diagnosing children with ADHD does help them receive services towards helping them.
Because as a teacher, if a child is diagnosed with lead poisoning, you don't really get any
Ain't no
services.
service.
Correct.
Ain't no service.
but also if they're undiagnosed completely, there is only so much that schools can do in terms of resources for parents to get, for kids to get. And so once you put that diagnosis, it doesn't always mean that they need to get medicine, but it does mean that, hey, we can allow this kid to have targeted ways to help them regulate. It's not fair because you should be giving that to all children.
Right.
But for some of those kids who may need it the most, like the ones, like I said, who bouncing off the walls, those kids at John Mack who may have had lead poisoning, we don't really know.
We don't really know.
But some of those things could have been like, hey, if we give you this diagnosis, we can actually just like put you in therapy once a week, and we can like give you more help when you're like doing schoolwork and provide you with these resources when you need help to study.
That's a good point.
Yeah. But it's just wild to me knowing how much lead we have in New Orleans that isn't mandated. You know what I mean? Like services for lead poisoning is a requirement.
Yeah.
It's just like if your kid, I actually know people whose child were because of the work I do, whose children were diagnosed with lead poisoning, and the medical system and the schools like, damn, that sucks. Sorry. Which is
Figure it
crazy.
out.
Which is again, it's the same.
So nothing actually happens. Like let's say I get diagnosed next week, then what do? You just write it out?
You, depending on the school, sometimes you can get them to write like provisional ones, but then they can sometimes write them based on certain things. Or you have to then like try to not sneak, but you have to like play the system. Like can we throw in like an anxiety or like a mood thing or ADD, ADHD? I'm not sure what the terminology. To me, they're like sister brother.
Yeah, basically.
But people will sometimes like swing that way. because then it does help. Or they're like, can you run all these tests with the hopes that like
So
we can
one
grab
of the
something?
things that, to your point, is that basically Louisiana, just so you know, requires says they require. We know Louisiana, it's a suggestion to ensure every child between 6 months to 6 years old receives at least 2 blood tests by ages 1 and ages 2. But it has no way to enforce it, right? And so what they found is that in the 2017 report by the Department of Health, screening rates has always been low in New Orleans. In 2022, fewer than 1 in 10 children under 6 years old was screened for lead poisoning in the city.
It's declining partially because we have a little bit of, and understandably, like a distrust in science. And so people are like,
You think that is a post MAGA thing, or is this like, this is a many generations
it
distrust?
is a trend that has been going on really since the 90s when that guy made those false claims about vaccines causing like autism. And then as that kind of like ticked up, it started to kind of like happen more and more and more. And then we get into these like, they call them almond parents. I don't like the phrase, but these are parents who are like, you don't eat this and you can't eat that and you can't have this and you can't have Jolly Ranchers and you can't have whatever.
Isn't that the whole Maha movement?
And I think that
That's
is
the
like part
Maha
of it.
thing.
And then like COVID really like
Took
ticked
it
it
off.
up. Because
What
I
is
have
Maha?
So
Make America Healthy Again.
it's like a sub of MAGA,
Yeah.
which is like Make America Healthy, but it doesn't make any sense because they do all this weird like TikTok social media stuff, but then
drinking
they'll also be
unpasteurized
like,
milk.
corporations take whatever they want and poison our water. Like they don't believe in climate change. You can't do both.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they don't make any sense.
But I had people who were like, oh, I'm not giving my kids all, and this is not to knock people who choose not to do it. People who are like, I don't take the flu shot and I don't do all the vaccines. And so I think all of that is kind of like bundled up in it, which I think is why we've seen a little bit of decline in blood testing, because people feel like, why y'all always testing on my kids and testing on this?
Well, and it might be also because of, I'm not trying to be funny, but it might be actually because of historical lead exposure. So Americans' IQ has dropped almost 3 points in the last like 20 years. That on average.
Which means half the people are below. Half the people have lost less, and then half the people have lost
a lot more. So just, I mean, when you look at America, you'd be like, yeah, that's true. Facts.
Yeah, we fucked up. Gender rail ain't gonna fix that.
So, and the ginger ale might have lead in it too. And let me add too, so for adults real quick, so you know, if you ever feel this way, high blood pressure, joint and muscle pain, headaches, memory and concentration problems, mood change, such as irritability and depression, and numbness and tingling in hands and feet. And I was like, that's like Tuesday.
What is being fortified?
Everything.
As I talk, my hands get more.
I'm like, wait, am I
more and more
fingers
numb.
Yeah, I wish there was a better way, because I was like,
That's
that's
Not all of us doing a body scan.
Black anxiety.
They said irritability, anxiety, depression. I said, well,
That's living in the United States.
That sounds like being 45 years old.
I'm black.
I'm black. I'm aging. I don't know.
I had all that for lunch.
I don't know what this. I was like, what am I gonna do with this information?
Man.
My knee hurts. I went to the gym and I said, why am I limping in the morning? This is crazy. Okay.
And now I'm irritable.
So, yeah. So that's now you know. I don't know if that's helpful to any of y'all, but the symptoms.
No.
But, okay. I didn't think it was
It's
helpful.
probably, that's how it is when you go on Mayo Clinic and you're like, I have a cough and a headache, and they're like,
You have that voice.
you have 3 days, babe.
Yeah.
Call everybody.
Call everybody.
Make arrangements.
Time to go.
Get your
pack it
hair
up.
done.
Make your arrangements.
You got that
Do
wheel?
you think in time, like it'll get more Pacific?
What do you mean?
Probably not.
No, the
symptoms.
Like,
Nah,
how would we
fam.
know?
You won't. It's too much going on.
I don't think you will.
You got to throw the whole bitch away. That's where we at in the world. You just got to.
Not the world. It's just America.
Did you say
we the
whole
problem.
bitch away?
Throw the whole bitch away.
Why she got a bitch?
I mean, it's proverbial.
I mean,
we're gonna have to have a lot.
It's neither he nor
I'm pretty
she.
sure it's a man.
Yeah, they got men could be bitches too.
I'm about to take my choker
Make it
off.
be
I was just gonna give cute. And then,
I'm pretty sure it's a man. But anyway, yeah, no, it's just us. It's America.
I mean, yeah.
I think
Not just, I mean, yeah. No, for
I
real.
think that because whenever things like that happen to the body that take a long time, they just tend to be like systemic, so it's like a
Right.
whole body thing. So
But it's crazy because they found out about lead in the 70s. Like they
we
realized
were using it. It's a stable metal, which is why people use it. They were like, yeah, she keeps it cute.
it's like oil.
She don't
and
do
gas. She's stable too, but she's killing us.
She don't do like carbon. Well, I mean not carbon. What's the one that it turns green?
Arsenic?
Copper.
Copper? Oh yeah.
She don't do like copper, where it's
It changes colors when it's
yeah. I mean, so does iron too, but it's not giving like ooh. So they were like, oh, she kind of
stable and
Also,
deadly.
is it mainly in urban neighborhoods?
Nah, because lead was used for everything, like you said, gasoline,
But
paint.
is it concentrated? Like
It's
places like
concentrated
Flint?
because in black neighborhoods you don't have as much remediation happening, right? Either through infrastructure, physical infrastructure, or remediation through like tearing and upgrading homes. So, but in New Orleans, is all over. It's people love their architecture here. They don't want to touch this building. They don't want to touch that. So they just everything has it. Even in uptown, fancy smancy neighborhood, you're gonna have lead.
I need to
So
go test my house now.
you should do that. Speaking of, did you hear about the lizards?
The ones that are brown now versus
No,
the green
well, those are
ones?
invasive species. The green and no lizard. Our
Ours are the green ones. Yep, the
the green
brown ones are coming.
Did you hear about the green and no lizards? They were so this study came out a year ago, and again, I'm a nerd, so I read it. So Tulane University found that our lovely anoles have an average of 955 micrograms of lead in their body.
I did read that.
In comparison, the safe amount for humans is 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5 milligrams is safe in humans, not Americans, probably Americans, but humans. And our lovely lizards, 955 micrograms was fine in our lizards.
It doesn't do the same thing to them as it does to us.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Just
Basically,
to preface.
but I'm just saying that's how much
very
lead. That's how much lead they have in the ground. That these things are they're like superhuman lead lizards.
Yeah.
I just want to add that.
They're also smaller than us. And
But can you imagine that much lead in that little bitty this
and
thing?
they eat more stuff from the ground than we do.
Yes, correct.
And they
But
spend
that's why
more
they're
of their
like
time on the ground.
supernatural.
But
Like,
they're-
they can leap and they're fast and all that stuff.
I was like, give me some lead.
So I was always a tomboy, and when I was a kid, I would take anole lizards and I'd put them on my ears.
Huh?
And that's why you asked where you at.
Wait, what is it? What?
That's some country.
What?
I'm a country
I need you
bitch.
to finish.
I knew exactly what you
And
were
they would
talking
stay?
about. Yeah.
Okay, so I would catch a lizard, and then I'd hit its mouth because it would go, "Mee," and then I would put it on my
And then it'll
earrings,
go-
and they would stay there until I took them off.
It will clamp your ear.
They would climb my ear. They don't hurt.
Where'd you get that from? No, I actually would like to know. Like,
Another
did you
black
learn that?
child, if you want to know. I know what you're trying to get to. Somebody black.
Not even
Joe Park.
I was not implying.
I know where you was going with this.
I was not implying that it was a Caucasian child.
In the East. Okay,
I
thank
need a
you very
picture of
much.
this. I need a picture of this.
You never seen people do it?
No.
They do it in Florida a lot.
You never seen people do
Explains love.
Are you trying to say I'm strange?
No,
They
no.
just stay in there.
I could be the strange with him.
You're
I
brave.
never
I could be the strange
That
with
is
him.
brave.
I'm a brave girl. I'll pick up a snake. That's why I do what I do.
Wait, right?
I'm a nature girl.
You chose.
But anyway, I just wanted to throw that fun fact about the lizard. So when you see a lizard, they're really just made out of lead at that point. And
Not made of
they're
lead.
just made out of lead. Because then they're making love to each other and they're having little lead babies. They're just lead lizards.
That really took you
Cracking you up.
That tickled you.
I just kept thinking about, I just put these lizards on my ears for hours.
Yeah.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's the number one source of lead poisoning in black children in the
Black
South.
children is
It's putting
lizards.
lizards' earrings.
Specifically green anoles. That's the ones. All right, and then we're going, so the last thing I'm gonna tell y'all is about our water. Of course, we haven't talked about that. So we, the Water Collaborative, did a study. I don't know if y'all did y'all see our study? We did a study on lead. We tested 150 homes all across the city, and we found lead was present in 88% of our test. About 7% were over the legal limit. And what I mean by the legal limit is 15 parts per billion, which there is no safe amount. But the EPA was like, look,
We can't
get rid of it, so just 15 parts per billion. We found in some neighborhoods it was like up of 60 and 70 parts per billion in some neighborhoods.
What neighborhoods? Or can you say?
Yeah, Marigny, Bywater, French Quarter.
Ooh.
But we found lead in the east. We found lead in I'm sorry. I want you to know
That's
nowhere is
crazy
safe.
because the East
Nowhere
is
is
new.
safe. Yeah, but see what happened is that we figured out is that the water lines are made out of lead and they travel. So like and keep in mind everything's coming from the water treatment plant on is it Carrollton? Jefferson? Claiborne.
Yeah.
So it's all coming from over there, and it has to. If you live in the east, that water has to travel all the way through the city, all the
It's
way,
collecting the lead.
and it's
then
collecting the
going
lead
into-
on the way to your
That's
beautiful
crazy.
home. Just collecting
Yum,
tasty.
yum, yum, yum,
Yum, yum, yum, yum, yum. Also, Sewage and Water Board did a test, and they tested 100 households, and basically 90% of those homes had lead, 5 to 8 parts per billion, which is less than ours, but yeah, there's lead in our water, guys. So how we feeling? Confident?
I'm lit.
I feel crazy.
I'm turned up.
It's all that lead.
It's that lead.
It's that lead. Oh, yeah,
It's sad.
yeah.
It's sad. Yeah.
There's nothing we can do, really. I mean,
That
what
was
do we
my
do?
first thought, but I was like, I guess my
Well, you can remediate the lead. You can
with
remove.
what money?
Facts.
Because that would be the next question.
Hello?
Like we can do that, but the city not going to do that, right?
Well, no, Sewage and Water Board is remediating their lead lines.
Okay, that's great.
They sent me a letter as being like, your lead line something is undetermined, and then they were like,
That's very Sewage and Water
they were
Board.
like, okay, and I was like, well, shit, I guess.
I hate that they send those stupid letters out. So basically, they're like legally they have to tell you that this information, but because they didn't come out and test your house yet, that basically there's nothing to tell you yet.
Yeah.
But they legally are required to send you a letter. Basically, they said, I know there's lead, but I don't know what's in your house.
Yeah.
Sorry. You can get
How much does it cost to do like a lead test on your own?
its cost ranges between $80 to $150 for a proper lead test in your water. So you can buy those little lead strips at Home Depot, but it's not scientific. And what it means by scientific is like when we test for lead, we do 5 quarts of water, and each quart is where it is in your water line. So the first 3 is like your home, and the last 2 is the city line, right? So if you just test the first, it's not going to tell you where the lead's coming from, and it's not quite accurate. So, but it still is helpful to know. I mean, you're in New Orleans, it's going to say yes. Sorry.
That's why it's like you just gotta
It's like
be
here, it's
informed.
gonna say-
Because, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just going to say.
how much lead do you want?
But what if you get a proper test, it can tell you how many parts per billion, which is more important. Because at this point, yeah, lead's in our water, but to say how much of it, it's like, is it a safe amount? Like, is it 5 parts or 15 parts, or is it like 100 parts per billion? That's what really matters. Because if you have 100 parts per billion, you shouldn't brush your teeth with that.
I would
water.
like to think that it doesn't have.
Where you live at?
I live in the East.
You should be
I
fine.
lived in Algiers before that.
Okay.
My grandparents live on Me Road. Ooh,
Now, where
let
you
me
at? Did you
stop
change
giving
your
that
lead
address
lines?
out, child.
You might want to change your lead lines.
I can't say that. Never mind.
And are you still in Holly Grove? Yeah. Don't drink your water.
Whoa.
Well, I don't
I
drink
don't
the
drink
water.
it.
I don't drink the
Don't brush
water.
your teeth with
but
it.
what do I
A
mean,
few episodes back, though, I was told that our water was fairly decent to drink.
It's
Same.
decent. It is. It just, but it's not okay. This is a new
I
water.
heard that it used to
It's a
win
new-
awards.
So it did. It's not that the water's bad. It's the lead lines are bad. You see what I'm saying? You gotta separate it.
But if the lead line's bad, then the water's
No,
bad.
the
how?
infrastructure.
Right.
Is it already
The water
too late?
itself is good.
Yeah, that's what I was.
The water itself is. I said the best
Literally.
thing you can do is
Right.
just go to the water treatment plant and get some buckets.
And just scoop it out.
because once it hits those lines, it's,
So the water treatment plant is lead free.
yes, she is.
How do they get that lead out?
What do you mean? How did they get it out? They have a whole treatment process. You can remove lead for
Oh.
reverse osmosis and
Just
other
not
systems.
once it's in our body.
But once it gets through the lines and Claiborne Avenue and Carrollton,
With
and
that aside, once it's in our bodies, we can't get rid of it.
no, sir, I'm so sorry.
Damn.
You stuck.
Is it? Can we absorb it like how we bathing in it?
No, you
Oh.
cannot absorb it.
Yeah.
It's either through consumption.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
either you eating it or
It's the
drinking
brushing
it.
the teeth. Like, 'cause if you're
So
not drinking
gumbo,
it, and if you-
nigga make gumbo.
You can't boil it out.
You can't boil out lead. That was a big one. No.
All right.
No, I'm sorry to break it to you,
They got that
but you're still
Oprah-
alive, and that's what
Oprah.
matters.
Am I?
And I don't think
Am I?
you don't seem
Am
to
I?
be developmentally delayed to
You don't
me.
know that?
You don't seem to be developmentally
Didn't I get
delayed.
here late?
But you was worried about being here late. So you
I-
know,
I
that
didn't-
balanced it out. That let me know that you care.
Like, you're late.
It provided self-awareness.
Because
That's
if you
what
had
did.
lead poisoning, you'd have been like, I'm here.
I
So,
appreciate your
and,
grace,
you
my
know.
brother.
Right.
It's well
Always.
received.
Always.
I know people with lead poisoning, and no, you don't have lead poisoning.
What?
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
you good. Yeah, I mean, I have this job.
You do too.
I do.
Right. Right.
You do too. Oh, we're laughing about it.
Oh, I mean,
What can you do?
I know.
What else can you do?
Maybe that's a sign that
I
we-
mean, we
to
live
that-
it. Apparently, I checked my phone. It's still
Come on,
World
man.
War III out here. What else am I gonna do?
Oh, Lord.
So,
we
like,
cracking
laugh
jokes
about
in
lead. That's the
captivity.
least
What
we
you
can
think we
laugh
gonna do
about.
about lead?
You're right.
Shit. Speaking of World War III, let's talk about our friend Trump.
Your partner.
I'm about to say our friend.
That's not your friend?
No.
That's not your
He a
friend?
Gemini, but I barely be wanting to
Why
say
do
that.
you know that man's sign?
Because I have to know.
Isn't Nicki Minaj a
I
Gemini
no.
too? Oh.
She's a
I don't
Sag.
fuck with people calling
Oh,
me hell
Sag.
She's a Sag.
Aren't you a Sag?
Huh?
You're a Sagittarius.
Yeah, why?
Nothing.
Because Nicki Minaj.
What about her?
She's a Sag too.
That don't got nothing to do with me.
I just have to know.
He's like, where are we going?
Where are we
I have to
with
know who
this?
my people are.
Okay. So the way, remember I said your sewage and water board is remediating the lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that comes from your taxes that you pay up to the government, and then the government redistributes the money called state revolving funds. And this goes into something called the Drinking Water Act. You ever heard of that? The Clean Drinking Water Act? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We get money in Louisiana. Sewage and water board applies for the money. It's a loan though. That's why utilities be broke. It's a loan. But they apply for the money. And so they got the money and they need more money. Sewage and water board needs like roughly $1 billion to get rid of all of the lead lines. Every single one of them. 1 billion. That doesn't include repaving the street. So you know what that
Oh
means.
Lord.
That's the line, and then they go put some gravel down and be like, "You good? You got you,
Yeah,
bro."
that's what they did in front of my house.
So just prepare yourself for more gravel roads. At this point, we should just like not stop paving until it's all finished.
Sounds like an exodus is needed.
Might need to. So Trump just released his budget actually last week, and he wants to reduce the SRF Clean Drinking Water Act by 90%.
Reduced by 90%.
You don't need clean water. You just need
90.
air and Gatorade.
You want to know what somebody with lead poisoning look like?
I
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. I couldn't tell you what the...
Think like it. Talk like it.
mean,
talk
but
like
he
it.
might actually have lead poisoning.
That's what it's giving.
Let's wait. Let me
That's-
look at the
that's literally
symptoms
what it's
again.
giving.
That's
Learning
where that skin tone
difficulties.
from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Declining school performance.
Okay.
Okay, trouble paying attention.
Okay.
That
Yes.
Twitter says it all.
Right.
Hyperactivity.
Okay.
Irritability.
Okay.
Behavioral changes.
Okay.
Delayed speech and development.
Hello.
Absolutely.
Big league. Okay. Fatigue and low energy. He says he don't have low energy though.
Sure.
And
You seen that hand?
maybe we've all solved the problem of why Trump is Trump.
We don't even need to talk about him again. Like, we're not going to say his name again.
I'm just
Moving
saying,
on.
if you want to know what lead poisoning look like,
It's true.
Okay.
check it.
So basically, unfortunately, as beautiful as New Orleans is, it's currently in our water, it's in our soil, it's in our house. So we just dip? Should we just leave? No.
And take it with us?
No, we leave it here. We just
Oh.
like you treat it like a museum, you know, you like put it, just let it stay.
I mean,
Like after Chernobyl, and they just had to leave everything where it was.
you mean like collectively leave it?
Mhm.
If we want to get rid of all the lead poisoning, it's in everything. Or maybe that's what gives our gumbo a little flavor. You know when people say, "Oh, the gumbo tastes better in New Orleans than the Popeyes," maybe it's the lead.
It's kind of like trying to cook red beans with no pork. It's just better that way. It's just better that way.
So yeah,
Yeah, it is because to get out of the soil, that's
It's
a hard
impossible.
one.
How
That's
would
a
it?
that's
like,
a real,
So-
but there are plants that can
yes, but that's not
remove-
really like sunflowers and mushrooms. But
Yeah.
the issue with that is like remediating them. Like where you gonna put now you got a lead sunflower and a lead mushroom. Where am I gonna put it?
Can you?
I'm gonna put it on
Imagine
your
if the city
lawn.
was full of sunflowers, though. That sounds so.
I know.
But then these
It's
children gonna
peaceful.
eat it. They're gonna eat it, and
They're gonna eat the sunflowers, huh?
you can eat the seeds.
Some
Sunflower
niggas ain't eating them
seeds.
sunflowers.
Yeah.
The sunflower seeds.
They're not eating them fresh off the plant. They're getting them from the corner store.
That's the same ones.
That's not the same.
But our
they're not
people are
treated.
They
our
3D
people are
printing them
resourceful,
shit.
and they would cut down these sunflowers and do.
Yeah.
I've seen sunflower seeds made in.
So what we gonna do? Because this is gonna keep me up. I gotta
Yeah,
say,
for
I had
real.
Okay.
much more fun with the steamboats.
That's on the
it was
water.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, also that was like 100 years ago. No. Okay, what can you do? So for your water, obviously get tested for lead.
Mhm.
Right? We can test you. Let me know if y'all want to get your house tested. I can get that taken
Yeah.
care of. Yes. Let me know.
Right, that's cute.
We can
should
help
have
you.
led with that.
I should have
Yeah.
led with
that.
just so give me a call, text me. Okay, and then
Yeah.
the second thing is what you can do is get either a filter if you don't have a lot of lead. I only use a filter in my house. So I have a Brita lead certified filter.
Is it
that I
on
use.
your hose or is it like
It's
in
on-
a
it's on your
thing?
It has both.
I haven't heard that in so
I'm
long.
bringing it back.
Thank you.
So you can do the one in the sink, or you can do the one in the pitcher.
And you have both.
I just have a pitcher because I want my access to my faucet. I also live in Jefferson Parish. So
What
I
that
have
mean?
to-
Y'all have better.
That mean?
So you punching down. Talking about this.
You know you gotta make it home.
This
Huh?
has nothing to do with me.
Lead poisoning. Never felt that. Never experienced that.
It be your own people, huh?
Y'all shouldn't drink your water.
Baby.
It
I
is
was
y'all's
like, wow.
problem. No. There's letters, but not really, not in our house.
That's
Even without your filters?
Yeah, no, because our the house was, I think it was built in the 80s, so
Oh.
yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of new. The other part is a reverse osmosis. If you really want to, like, you should get reverse osmosis if you live in any historical district.
And if you can't afford it.
Like
'cause
even
it's
if you live in
also
Old
extremely expensive.
Metry, for reverse osmosis. If you live in historic Kenner, there is a historic Kenner. Have you been there before?
No.
I have.
It's flyover town to me.
Probably in sundown town.
It's
but
just
that's-
There is a lot of black folks in Kenner. Don't do that to
yeah,
Kenner.
Bunch Village full of them.
Yeah, there's a
grandma
lot
used
of
to
black
go.
folks in Kenner. Don't do
I'm
that.
pretty sure there is, but there's a lot of other people too. That's
That's
all
not.
I'm saying. I've
I
had
mean,
a very
it's
bad
black
experience,
folks.
so I'm probably
It's black
just
folks and
projecting.
wiggers in Kenner. That's all you gotta worry
I haven't
about.
heard that in a long time.
Wiggers.
We need a vocabulary, a page of vocabulary. It was Pacific, zinc, Phlegm, and that word. But wait, no, I got a real question because that reverse osmosis is
Yeah.
extremely expensive.
Yes.
What do you do if you are aware of all this and you have no money
Right.
or very little? Like you using that $150 for
Mhm.
groceries. Like what does a mom
Yeah.
do?
Pray.
Damn.
I mean,
my God,
I'm not even
no.
joking. I'm serious. They're really the government. That just told you Trump trying to cut the services 90%. There
If-
really isn't enough. Like under Biden, even though they Sleepy Joe, y'all was talking trash about old man, but he did have programs for lead remediation and lead to like help families along with lead issues. And we were working, my organization amongst many others, we're trying to get more support for families in this process, like free lead testing, free filters. They do have, like Sewage and Water Board does have free filters, but you gotta go there to the water treatment plant. Excuse me, that's the drink. You have to go to the water treatment plant like every month, every other month.
They can
That's
just
a good-
mail them to me?
True, but that is a good
This is
resource
Sewage and
though.
Water
Not
Board.
everybody knows that.
But that's
so-
just Sewage and Water Board. For our listeners out there who may live in wherever, you have to check your utility if they have that. I don't know. Not all utilities have that option.
So I guess what I'm asking
And that
is-
has nothing to do with the paint. And that's a whole.
You know what I'm saying? Can't get away from it.
There might be a resource on paint. That's not my level of expertise.
how do I test the soil? Is it this? Do I call you for that too?
No, there's
Y'all
a
only-
there's a
y'all
There's a
only test
machine for
water?
that. We can buy that online.
There-
You don't
there's
see people
also
testing-
a group you could send it to some local
There's
agricultural
groups.
group.
For
Oh,
free?
that's cool.
Yeah, you just send a bag in and they'll test it and be like, all right.
There are what I'm trying to say is what is available is mostly through nonprofits. Like we are the ones testing for lead. There's groups, horticultural groups, and other groups testing the soil.
Wow.
But in terms of the government, who put the lead there in the first place,
Mm.
who put the lead in our water, who put the lead in our paint, who
So
put
I
the lead in
can't
our
go to
paint,
Chevron and give me a little lead test or nothing.
they
huh?
you no. They're not even funding French Quarter Fest, so they're really not gonna give you no lid
Heard that?
test. I'm just saying but we all know oil and gas ain't gonna pay for nothing. So yeah, I'm sorry, Deniseea. I just left you with that information, so you're gonna go home to your house in that historic neighborhood and be like, damn.
Honestly, I'm gonna go home and forget about it because we've been in.
Honestly, but that's how it happens. There's nothing I can do about it.
I'm
So
gonna brush my teeth in the morning.
Poitras to over there.
I think if you have,
go home
I
and watch
think the
Paradise,
people who it keeps up at night are our parents, right? If you're a pregnant mother and you're a parent, I think you really want to be more vigilant about that. And once you're an adult, something's gonna kill us anyway. I have asthma all of a sudden, so
Really?
That's that lead.
it's called Cancer Alley. Because when I be up in Cleveland, I don't cough. I'm fine.
Cleveland ain't no better.
Cleveland's lovely.
I get it, but
What'd you do in Cleveland?
Well, do you want to know? No, I'm just no, I'm joking. I'm in the house of my in-laws. Hi, Jim. Hi, Julie. No, that's not what I'm saying. But it is, actually, Cleveland has beautiful parks, clean air. Stop. Beautiful parks, clean air.
they're not all industrial and all that?
Not anymore. No, Cleveland's moved on from that lifestyle.
Oh.
They actually, thanks to the Cuyahoga River catching on fire back in the 70s, that's why we have the EPA.
I don't know that.
I thought the EPA got stripped of everything recently.
Well, yeah, that still exists.
Oh.
We get funding them. Hi, EPA, thank you.
Oh.
Shout out to y'all.
But no, it is the Cuyahoga River caught on fire, and that's when they decided to make the EPA because
The river?
the river caught on fire.
Because it was like methane or something in it?
Yeah, like gasoline and leaking and methane, and it just like
Picture
poof,
that.
the whole river
Fire.
caught on fire.
That's crazy.
Now the Cuyahoga River is very beautiful, nice and clear. Yeah, you can go swimming in Lake Erie. It's nice over there.
Wow.
Recommended for a trip. Great coffee shops, great record shops.
All right, Ohio tourism
Right.
ambassadors.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that New Orleans, please go visit Cleveland. No, I'm not sorry. But the main thing is that New Orleans particularly, we have all of these things against us. Not just the lead. We have Cancer Alley, we have environmental injustice. When you go to other cities, there's challenges everywhere.
And crawfish high, boy. We came in for nothing, huh?
Listen.
Damn.
I mean, at this point, we really need to rethink our choices because once crawfish gets up to $15, why are we here?
You saw what happened to the oysters.
What happened to them?
I'm sorry, they had a whole spill.
They have an oil spill, then
Yeah.
you shouldn't be eating that.
Yeah. The oyster man said it.
Yeah.
He said it. He said the government said we could do it. He said, but I ain't eating them.
I had some a week ago.
Well, it depends on where they're from. But they have one of the largest oil spills currently in the Gulf that's almost as big as BP, and no one's talking about it.
Nobody talking
Because
about it.
we are at war. Make
Nobody
America
talking
great.
about
Iran. That's what it said. Iran, we come in peace. But the point is that we got a lot against us. I'm sorry to depress you on this lovely evening.
Can we end with something positive?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
let's maybe our pour one out as a positive.
Yeah.
Can we do a pour one out as a positive? Like what's the
I could do a pour one out as a positive.
you got one ready? You want to pour one out now?
Yeah, I can do it.
You got your
I'm gonna pour one out for my Brita filter because it is working
Child.
overtime.
You had me set up like a lovely story.
It is. It was working overtime. She's keeping me
Okay.
sane.
You got your Brita filter. Shout out. Anybody else have a Brita filter here?
I do.
You do? Good.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
got
lead
it from
certified?
Sewage and Water Board.
Oh, look at that.
They had a truck of Brita filters. Seriously.
That's good.
Yes. They had a block party.
Look at you,
and
Sewage and Water Board. Look at that.
But I was also like, oh, thank you so much. Like, it's one Brita filter. Thank you.
She's like, thank you so much.
But no, I am grateful. But like, come on. I was
can't
like,
they
there's
just-
gotta be
you can
something
go back
else.
and
Why
get
can't
more.
they just mail them?
Yeah.
That's
They
too
don't
much,
mail
right,
anything
right.
to you.
This is a bill. Don't get me started on Sewage and Water Board. The way that they didn't charge me 1 month and then send me a bill with 2 months on it, and I was like $300
That's not a bad bill, though.
for water.
For one bill in New Orleans could be $300 by itself, no?
That's crazy. I was like, girl, for this.
You have
for
a
this?
positive?
I don't, but I'm
He back on the negative because he didn't talk about
I'm
that.
stressed
Sewage
out.
and Water Board bill it brought him stress right back up.
Oh, I don't know.
What about something in your life?
Something. We are at war. I am stressed out. Everything's bad.
What about
I'm
like,
thankful.
did you have some crawfish today or this weekend?
I'm
How
not
about
gonna
your
get into
Easter?
that. I'm grateful and I'm happy to be with you guys again.
Period. I'm
Yeah.
glad to be
And
with
this
you.
also this does stimulate me and it makes me really happy to see your black faces.
Period.
Period.
That's it.
You got one?
Yeah, I do. My positive is my daughter got into Ohio State in the astrophysics program.
Hey!
She finna save us.
We're gonna go on a tour of Ohio.
Go fund me link on my page.
She finna save
Wait,
us.
my best friend, one of my best friends, she just finished. That's a positive. She just got she's a veterinarian. She's a doctor.
Period.
At
That's hard.
Universal. Yes, it is.
Yeah, veterinarians are
Bitch, you
some of the
smart,
hardest
girl.
ones,
Look,
yeah.
I got friends that are doctors.
She ate that.
Yes. So there we go. Black excellence.
That is.
That's the positive. Shout out to your daughter.
Go fund me link in my page.
I know that's right.
Tuition.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Mutual aid.
Mutual aid.
She's gonna save us. She's gonna get us all out the hood.
Yeah, man.
like
Orbital
onto
engineer.
the moon though? She's an astrophysicist.
Out the hood.
That's out. Look, out is out. Out is out.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
You to buy back the block, boy. I tell you that.
This episode is brought to you by the Water Collaborative of Greater New Orleans. Make sure to subscribe on all major platforms. Thanks for listening.